at the twilight's last glass, through the perilous, were so gallant, the bones bursting, that our flag was angled, banner yet we free.
Astros and Phillies, a lot on the line tonight, and the guys.
The same Phillies took an advantage in this series early on in Philadelphia, but the welcome inside end matchup. Zach Wheeler for the Phillies, Framber Valdez for the Astros.
As he had. Wheeler, on the other hand, was shocked early. He's going to be, I think, for the Phillies to advance this to a game. Struggled. Look for Real Muto to kind of emerge.
It affects the Houston lineup. For that, here's Ken Rosenthal.
A team-high 347 in the playoffs with just one strike. Realized he couldn't play. The Astros are replacing him, Lee. The addition of Lee protects them if for their top catchers. Joe?
As they go for the world.
Wow! Out of here!
You and you. What you play. Your place in the game. What you are. You've seen it all. Big hit. Your feet for you. You gotta be a shot to win it all.
Welcome to the 2022 World Series on Fox Field with Tom Verducci.
Thanks, Joe. Game sicker. In 2002, his Giants had a 5-0, trying to win the NL pennant, had a 3-0 lead. A man of faith. He's an avid fisherman of music at the World Series. Tonight, his 25-year history. Joe.
Tom, you mentioned he's a big fisherman, and he says who started Game 2 on the mound here for Game 6. Got the best of him. He failed to make it through the third inning in either of those innings. And dominated that game, just the one run.
Sinker, a lot of ground balls, but he has great balance and real change of thing.
Lineup that'll face off with here in games, Castellanos and Bohm. Gene Segura is the 7-hitter in second base.
Interesting thing is his last game we were talking about, it was as hot. Starts getting the reality, starts getting close to. You cannot win from winning a World Series.
And you've been on both sides of this, both
Wheeler. Your room for error is low. Your leash is selfish, and say, I don't want anyone else to pitch after this game.
Going 6 1/3, and he faces Kyle Schwarber to get Game 6.
I would say, like he did against Verlander, it was the second pitch.
World Series in 6 years. The Phillies trying to force Game 7. Dez rocks and fires, and off we go with ball needs. And Barksdale typically does not give pitchers many. That's pop back out of play.
Later in the game, he's going to mix it up. Early touching that rubber when he's getting. That's what.
28-year-old delivers a 1-1 pitch. That's taken low. On a 1-2 pitch, Schwarber strike 3. Besides the one guy whose opinion matters.
He's like, okay, all right. He better swing, I think, on this next.
On 2-2. That's balls he threw in Game 2 were in the strike zone, but the Phillies. Here's his payoff. And he winds up walking short. And instead of a strikeout, it's a walk.
Well, and I know a pitch is right. Now that's strike 3, but you got to make a couple good ones. He let that experience would pay off of having gone through certain things.
Move on from things that don't. A bouncing ball to get the out at second, and they turn.
That Hoskins wanted to get something going. He has been really, and that's an outstanding double play.
They've been tracking those things. The Phillies in game, they're facing the guy that limits them better than anybody in the sport. We were talking about it.
Sometimes the sound, the feeling can get a hitter.
And the issues are
you got to believe that catching every game and just the battle.
He was the hero in Game 1 here. On a 1-1 from Framber Valdez, Real Muto shoots it down.
Extra day rest, right? I mean, he's ready to lead off the game. Got a double play ball, but he is juiced up.
Home of the 1-2.
Of the Phillies, because they got to get on for that guy. There hasn't nobody on in front of him for the most part.
Yeah, the Phillies had 7 runs 2 games since. Pitch, Real Muto takes ball 3, and actually that. And so they do get somebody on in front of Bryce.
You see the curveball that catches the top of his foot. Bryce, be ready for a fastball.
Pitch. Right side, sliding play, Jeremy Pena. What a post. Harper in the order, but Rob Thompson says I'm in out of the cleanup spot, followed by his Phillies. Haven't pitched to Kyle Schwarber.
Hoskins has. You see the 5 home runs he got.
Hoskins loves to pull the ball. 2 down in this first inning.
10-speed bike because he had
for a 1-2-3 first. That's the inning.
His videos, he threw him nothing but breaking balls. So
Nola tries again. He goes back to the fence.
Say, you better make a lot of quality.
1-1 pitch. And ends this first inning. He's down on 3 pitches. Was an all-star for the Cincinnati Reds. On a 1-0 from Verlander. 2 away. Names in the lineup, but this is one of the most well-rounded.
Much of a chance to retrieve
runs during the regular season. And 2/3 of their runs in the playoffs on home
percent clip, and that is how you keep the.
It's the Astros on the board.
Solo home run seems to be the theme, and what the Astros do more than anything, they didn't change philosophies. The dilemma here for Nola right now would be
runner takes up. Maldonado comes through, and it's 2.
A fastball down, a breaking.
The bottom of the order for
have been able to do. Look, they may not.
Williams, PBS was doing a documentary.
The payoff. Whoa! Kyle Tucker heard it.
Balls that he took, and then it looked like Phillies have been trying to get the timing of his foot down. Throw it. The ball was down and didn't get off the plate.
Nick Castellanos goes down to that base hit into left field. 3rd hit have, and they get it.
Yeah, and look for a fastball. He won. Got teams that they need to, and 2. I mean, those are back-breaking 2-out.
Offensively here in the 4th. Harper and a 2-run double from Bohm. This is something the Phillies have been doing throughout the post.
San Diego, after San Diego scored.
Reaction back in Philadelphia at the watch.
Attack JT the rest of the at-bat.
0-1 pitch. Real move.
Hanging breaking ball. Looks like he.
Oh, and it's off the wall. Both runners.
Schwarber, even with his bad knee. Team. It's amazing.
And tied it in the 5th. Walked and scored his last 5-5 game, 7th inning. Schwarber takes a strike.
Their job and what they're trying to do, but this is a big.
Lands a break. 1 hit against a non-factor player that's played in the World Series. For the Brady waits on it, and then it's kicked.
The way he thought, and hits him on the heel.
1 ball, no strikes. 4 big moments. It's a guy who put the bigger names in there. He's no longer the fade. On this 2-2 pitch, Hoskins is down. Bunch of losing in Miami. There goes Schwarber. Pitches low. Maldonado's throw. Because Maldonado's got one of the best starting position in a game the Phillies won. JT Realmuto. It's that home run in the championship series. Schwarber at 2nd. Realmuto at Phillies now trying to put him in front of the World Series.
Breaker at this time of the year.
Harper takes ball. Back-to-back 2-out walks from Brian.
Hitter expands the strike zone early. In this game, the time off, the work, everything.
On a 1-0, he swings and misses. Couldn't time in the World Series comes against the team to the 7th. His 1-1 pitch is grounded, floated, tied up in game 1. Castellanos chases this. Phillies have tied it, and here we are. 0 for 3 tonight and 3 for the order for the Astros. Altuve. You know, though, a guy like this, that. 1 gone.
When he went to Alvarez.
Blank. Eflin's attempting to do that. And an 0-1 pitch. Has it. 2 up and 2 down for Eflin. Game 1. He's coming in. Darned if you don't. You don't like the idea of a righty. 5 in the 7th is 1-0. In their first.
They could put Syndergaard in the game 3, but.
That's a Pat. 3-2 to Alvarez. Got him swinging. Out with 2 Ks and a walk. Stott, who fouled off 5 on a 1-2 pitch. It has room. 2 gone in the 8th.
No, they have just proved to themselves.
Segura with 2 carves right through him in the 8th. Suarez, who came on to get the last out of the set. First one to Bregman. They're in the National League this year. Putting himself into the spotlight. Shopping 1.
You know why? Because they're
Tucker And the goal show for the Astros.
This man's thrown a pitch under 90.
He's at first. The second one. Segura to first late. With Dominguez, who is in it. Big.
Obviously, Mancini not seen.
0-2. Goes back there and gets him.
The top curveball.
Who's got a double in this game. Swings and misses. His 0-1 pitch. Inside. Up for the Astros in the bottom of the ninth. Back to the regular season. And Marsh is the first out of the ninth. Pitches are change-ups. On a 1-0, Schwarber has his knees buckled out in the National League. First year Philly Schwarber. Watches
power. And of course,
1-0. Hoskins fouls it back. Hoskins. Left side of the infield, it's Pena. This game one coming to the plate. Astros.
The high leverage guys to try to keep the
0-1 pitch. McCormick shoots it. 1-2-2. Down swing. Perfect.
His power stroke, which he found a
1-1 pitch. Foul
to try and use his power tonight.
3-2. It's
hitting aspect in the batting.
Wins in the postseason all time. Altuve take base of this most dominant era of the ninth inning. 1-2. Coming. That ball's down. Down base hit. And the winning run has done that. Can he do it in the world? Altuve. Throw from Realmuto. Play into scoring position. Just incredible poise from this 1-1 pitch. Field. Castellanos saves. Game one ending in the bottom of the ninth.
But that man right there saved the night.
2 hits over 5 scoreless innings. This is the 5th reliever for the 3-2 from Garcia. Realmuto.
He just drives it. Keeps it.
It's gone. Realmuto.
And I'm sure rounding the base.
The lead in the 10th. And from down. Home run of the MVP resume on this Phillies team. This tied the game up. They use one to take the lead. And now this is the largest payroll in franchise. Harper and Realmuto. Base hit of the game. But then you spent. Go to second. Pena late to first.
Thinks Houston's going to go through the whole postseason with
Alec Bohm. Strike from at this score. Tie it up with 1. Here's a 1-1 pitch to Bohm. And with a bare hand, it's his only chance that he makes. Now 2 gone here. And it's a sports scene as you are ever going to find.
4 strikeouts in the 2 innings that he has worked.
Position. 2 gone in the 10th. Fly. John, they're going to do what they do and come through. That's.
Stott has proved himself worthy.
But this to the postseason first trip. 0-2 pitch. Segura by Bregman. The Phillies, they've got Verlander on the mound. You can see Division Series. 6-5 in the 10th inning. Alvarez. Tonight he's 0 for 3. An 0-1 pitch. Alvarez. Until recent days. Starting the 10th. Chasing one in the. Robertson deals 1-2. Schwarber to the wall. Off the wall. Scoring position in the 10th. As Brett
side his reach. Is a base open if this pitch.
1-0 pitch. Big rip. Bregman giving the Astros Kyle Tucker. Switson gets him with a breaking ball. And the Astros. And he's got good numbers against Yuli Gurriel. Perfect.
Fucking him to get to Diaz.
Hot hitter at the plate. Gurriel is stepping in wherever they need him. Off the net, runners advance. 3-1 pitch. Diaz steps into his throw. Anytime. Into extras. Realmuto continues with an improbable game. 6-5.
The last team to get in.